On top of Black Rose Helena's release, the Dark Element has also gotten a brand new Vision card that's really tailored towards Dark Evasion characters. In the game right now, there are already quite a few that can leverage that. There is obviously Venera and Shadowlings that are featured on the card, but you could also use Stern and Ruin Stern and possibly even Ryryu to make them work in Evasion builds. So there are quite a few options out here. So we're going to take a look at the stats, the abilities, what that means, and then whether it's worth pulling for or not. First of all, looking at the stats, we're going to compare this card to the other luck-up card in the game, which is Secrets of the Heart, and then Omega. Since this is a Dark Evasion card, you kind of have to compare it to other Evasion cards and Dark, so that's what we'll look at. And if you're running a Dark Evasion team, you probably want to run both the Maidens of the Rose card and Omega, since they both give you different things, but they both give really good things for these Dark/Evasion units. And it's honestly, if you're going for a Dark team, the Maidens card is way better than the Secrets of the Heart card, so it is quite good of an upgrade. First, looking at these stats, a little bit more HP doesn't really mean much. And in terms of attack, it's very comparable as well. The main difference is the Maiden's card has 20 luck. That might seem low, but evasion is roughly 1 per 2 points of luck. So that 20 more luck means about 10 more evasion on your character that has the card. And since it's an evasion-oriented card, that is very important. So very, very good bonus stats here. I'm not sure which one I would prefer between this and Omega. One of them has extra spirit and agility, which means you go faster and survive magical attacks a little bit better. In the other case, you survive through a little bit more evasion. So they're pretty much equivalent. Both have top tier stats for a different reason. In terms of stats, clearly the Maiden's card is superior to Secrets of the Heart. Now, looking at the abilities, this is where the Maiden's card really gets most of its value. Any Dark character that has that card equipped gains 30% more attack. Now, that is a lot, and with this, it is the card that provides the most attack for Dark characters, so already a very powerful bonus here. Then if you're putting the card on Venera, whichever form of Venera, and then Shadowlings, they get a little bit more light resistance, which is fun, right? Light is one of their weaknesses, and especially against Holy and those magical guaranteed hit attacks, it's really hard to have them survive. So that just might be the difference, but I still think in the love scenarios, you will get one shot by Holy. And then 5% agility, that is not a lot. We'll take a look at what that means for these characters in a second, but not a really good boost to agility here. And then for your party, you're getting 35% luck up, which is the same amount as you would get from Secrets of the Hearts, so it is a top tier evasion card. It's also comparable to the amount of evasion that the Nier Automata card gives to be, so really kind of the dark version of the Nier card here. But then you get slash resistance penetration. I would say that's pretty cool. Most of the evasion units in War of the Visions are also slash attackers, and looking at this lineup, they're almost all slash attackers as well. Like, they have sub jobs where they can do other types of damage, but for Shadowlings, Stern, Venera, they're all primarily slash characters, so they're going to leverage that. And then at 99, they gain 35% extra dexterity, which means a little bit more accuracy. What I like is, with extra dexterity and luck, these characters should not struggle with hitting enemy targets, even without building for accuracy specifically. So that's a nice bonus, but definitely nothing game-changing here. So what does 30% attack mean for these characters? Well, it is quite a bit, right? Remember, the card already gave 150 attack, so for Venera, with the 30% up on top of it, she now gains 262 attack from this vision card. That is a lot. Shadowlings has a little bit less base attack, so it's only 99 more. That's still really good. She gains 249 attack, right? That's a lot. And then Stern gets even more, and Ruin Stern, even without his EX job right now, gains an extra 89. So it is the card that's going to give them the most possible attack on top of all the evasion, so that's pretty good. The 5% agility, though, is not as good as it seems. I've made the calculations, and it actually amounts to 2.95 points of agility for both Venera and Shadowlings. Just not enough to have +3 agility, so they only gain 2 more agility. that might be good, but it doesn't feel that impactful to me, right? We have pieces of equipment that are going to give you 7 agility, so you can get your agility elsewhere. It is nice, but it's not necessary. What I like about that a little bit is that you don't have to run this card on these characters since the individual bonus isn't that great. You could easily run that on Stern or Ruin Stern if you want them to be your carry, and your Venera and Shadowlings will still benefit from the evasion up from the extra luck, so that's a bit of a pro here. So with that said, should you go for the card? Well, I think this card is almost as good as Suteki Dane is for Tidus or the Nier Automata card is for To Be. I say almost because you gain a lot of attack and then top tier stats for your character, but it doesn't have any defense penetration on it, which would push it over the top. Now, as is, it's top tier, but it doesn't feel necessary to make those characters work. Now, it is still the best card for Dark Evasion, by far. It's going to give them a lot of attack while maintaining top tier survivability, so it is the best card for that. And that is still a powerful archetype right now, and will be even stronger when Ruin Stern is released. And so far, if we're looking at the JP side vision cards, there is no card that is better than this one for Dark Evasion. The drawbacks though is it's very specialized. Not only is it element limited, it's also for a very specific archetype of characters. So unless you're running your Ruin Stern, Venera, or Shadowlings, you won't be using this card. So it's a very niche use for a pretty hefty investment. And then like all things Evasion, if you have the card and you don't max it, you won't get a very good performance out of it. Evasion is something that you need to go all in if you want to have a good return. So overall, do I recommend it? Well, if you're a big fan of Dark Evasion and your account is already geared towards that, go for it. You'll surely make good use of it. But otherwise, I'm not sure it's the best investment right now. I'm thinking of going for it just because I love funky plays and Shadowlink CX just seems like such a fun thing to do, but I'm still not sure if it's worth the extra viz, especially since I just spent everything on pulling Black Rose. So we'll see. That was it, guys. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. And then as always, thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.